And this is going to be real short. My heart and everything is just turn the volume up. It's just really. I'm gone finally. Excuse my nose. Promises made, promises kept. Creation's purge finishes. Oh, yeah. Wow. Crap. That's the heart. Good, let's just do it. It's showtime. That was Mask or something. Um, back in 2013, I started making videos. All the crazy stuff going on. And people had such a hard time. It's like there's so much crazy crap going on in this world, in everyone's daily lives, and there's such a total ton of crap and video BS on the internet. No one ever knew what to believe.
I think around that time, maybe 10 years ago, you said around 4% of the population were awake. Something like that.
That's about right.
Has that improved at all in 10 years?
Yeah, I'm just now seeing +8.
Yeah.
8%, positive 8%.
Good.
It'd be hard to be a negative 8%, believe me. I'm Sean. I mean, I'm just gone. From the beginning, I tried to hide what I was. As I was awakening in 2009, I was learning who I was. And I simply said, how can I be this thing? When I finally met Lily, I said, how can I be this thing? And she just smiled. She said, it's who you are. And I said, why me? And she said, that's just who you are, honey. I said, imagine if your friend so-and-so, his name, but I'm not going to say it, excuse me, my nose. Could you imagine if he was you and had your abilities? And I said, yeah. He'd build himself a real nice chair, get a big ring, and have people come by and kiss him. I've never understood, excuse all this sniffling, you and everyone else listening. I never can understand why somebody would want that. Insecurity, greed, just blatant arrogance. It just, to me, it made as much sense as a jet airplane with engines going in both directions, forward and backwards.
Yeah, there's no flow.
Yeah, nothing goes. I've always liked that word flow. It's something moving, but not on a direct, exact physical course. It's just happening. When someone really cares about what a man really feels about a woman and vice versa, their heart feelings start to flow. It's not an arrow. It's not, it's just flow of energy. But as many people as possible, Billy and I and others like yourself are going to help people understand, who they really are. Excuse me. How life got this way, how it was initially no one's fault, and maybe it's my fault. I couldn't get strong enough, quick enough to try to force change, but I had a lot to go up against.
Yes.
There's the original first big male and female. There's all the servants and angels that they made. Their personal protectors. Um, the other source, the other two source, clean source beings. But just everyone else. I knew when I got getting out of Gandhi that I was going to have to be strong enough, not to destroy, but to battle and succeed over every living thing. It didn't go that far, but it sure came close. But getting out was hell, huh? I mean, we're literally right at it right now. I didn't know I was going to make it from my chair to here. And if I fell down, if I got up and moved and fell down and moved and fell down, I could have made it in about 4 drops. It's not like it's far away.
No.
But of course, I hit the ground. That's it. Whoa. Oh. Excuse me. Darn nose. Lung disease spreads through the body. I've got so many diseases. It's like I could open up a shop or start my own CDC. But all the greed, abuse, aggression on this planet is disgusting. And while Lily and I are finishing this, I'll be going to the others. You know how people no longer have the duality of the planetary essence piece that's put inside the body first, and then the spirit used to get put in. Now, excuse me, it's just the spirit from the planet. It's just a spirit visiting. Well, all the other planets, every single other one of them, that hasn't even happened yet. But they don't have the issues this planet had. That's why I'm here. I started waking up, cracking people up. They say, Jay, what the hell are you doing in the middle of the Bible Belt? And I said, well, if you're going to drop a bomb on your problems, where do you go? To the headquarters, the Bible Belt. And people didn't know better, and they were made to not know. Control, control, control. Excuse me. I almost can't breathe through this nose at all. So anyway, here we go. Removing the animals from their abuse. People are going to freak out. Then they're going to freak out over everything else I said I was going to do.
Initially, yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. It's as soon as I tell them, and then it goes on, and they understand why. All my videos, my books. That first book that I wrote, the Creation series, Creation is Beginning and Your Origin. That really helps people understand the very basics right away. And it helps put the round pegs in a round hole and the square pegs in the square holes. Then that first the first channel I had on YouTube, I had so much valuable information there, and I got a couple of them back, but we're going to have to get the rest from Aaron. So I've got them here on hard drives, but they don't want to open up. And I'm like, well, of course, Aaron, the crew, could fix that. Or I could. No biggie. Oh. Creation's purge, man. Everything's about to change. After the first year, everything will be settled down, and they're going to start seeing more UFOs. But they'll see them a couple thousand feet in the air, and they're big, and they just cruise by. Nothing happens. But after I'm done, then it's time for all them to come in. But I have to stop. So I have to finish the destruction. Well, it's about time I finally got out of here. It's time to start, and people will start finding out who they really are, that they're awesome.
Yes.
And the problem, children, I'm taking them. It's just, either I take them home, I destroy the body and take them home, or I destroy the body with them in it. Whatever I need to do. If I can fix them, and they're not overly abusive, like that 37% female and 40% male souls down at Lee's house, the guy Ken, they're fine. I mean, they're rough and everything, but with the original first big protector over there, he was always pushing them to be rough. Everything's been so screwed up. People fight for happy moments, and they don't even know what's being done to them. The more heart they had, the more they were beat up. No more. But it's time for creation's oldest brother to come out. Say, let's get the family together. I think I'll pull my shotgun out and shoot you, and he won't finish saying anything. Just burn up. Unless they haven't been Superman, then just turn them to dust and go, hit them with a little burning inside so they still feel the pain. It's not to be abusive, horrible. It's for them to have a taste of what they did.
So they understand.
Justice. But it doesn't go on for a whole life.
No.
All that's left is for me to finish getting home, which is about to happen right away. We get started. People understand. It's just like you were saying at first, that's a lot to swallow.
Was the conscious intention of the first being to turn the abused into abusers? So they ended up seeing
abusers. Anything they could do to accelerate the abuse everywhere. Yeah. Remember, when spirit comes out of a body, it goes poof and it grows. But if you abuse the heck out of that spirit, when it comes out of the body, it grows like this and it gets bigger. So the more abuse they had, to the point where they couldn't make you push you to commit suicide. They want to keep it on the backside of that burner.
But by turning the abused into abusers, they were effectively creating mini-me's. They were seeing themselves in a mirror. In a sense,
they were too arrogant to go into the thought process, but
they didn't care about that.
Essentially, it's like replicating a worker that is following their orders, which is like a mini-me.
Yeah. Sometimes I think of teachers. They whether it's intentional or not, they create pupils who are reflections of themselves.
Yep.
It's that kind of process I was thinking of. But maybe it wasn't intended. It's just
And
the way
that's
it is.
well, if they were supreme being, yeah, but see, they're not supreme beings, so they fit into that category.
Mm.
It's like the protectors, the poor angels. They were so pure when they were made, so awesome, and they were so many of them butchered and beat up and turned into what they were. Excuse me, originally. So happy. It's over now. I can get back to work. I like to say creation's purge begins, but it started in 2009 when I started fighting with the original first being, male and female, what people call God. And what people unknowingly call, they don't call them the devil, but that's what they were. But poor Lucifer, he was made a protector and always been a protector. Every time somebody would die, depending on what frequency they were, he would either push the flow towards the community of high frequencies around the Earth, or he'd push him into the community around Miranda. That was also in the second dimension. Everything's in the same dimension, and put him there, and they controlled the flow. He's never been anything but a protector. Lucifer, Michael, Archangel Michael, and myself have always been close. I've already cleaned up a good bit of Lucifer, and I will too, because when he was made, he was like close to 27% lower frequencies because he had to be powerful. And the original ones knew that when you create something, if it has more lower frequencies, it's stronger. But what they didn't know is that when something is lighter frequency, has a higher percentage of heart, and especially when it's assigned the duty of protector, they grow incredibly strong. And the more you beat them up, they'll increase in size by 8 instead of 4. So that's why they always said, "Holy crap! Look how big Arrow, how strong Arrow is now. Look what he could do." And the original male said, "Yeah." Well, he didn't say anything. He just looked, and then in his head he said, "I'm gonna take care of that tonight." And I was like, "What's he talking about?" And I said, "No, whatever. Who cares? It's nothing." And then I woke up, not knowing. I got out of bed, and I said, "Okay, this is normal to be in this bed." I'm looking around my house. My bed was like, "What's going on? Where am I? I know it's okay." And it's everyone on the other side, close to me, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Relax, relax. And I'm like, "Yeah, oh, good to see you, whoever you are." Then I had to reroute my energy through my brain. If people only knew, when they get home, they will. When they, 6 years from now, when everyone's home, they'll all of a sudden look and say, "Wow." I remember everybody when they were created, I was right there, just watching it. Well, the essence, the unclean source, the souls. Every time they were releasing part of themselves to create more beings, they were more susceptible. So I had to be there to protect them. That was part of my job, and I was happy to, except for the problem with being abusive. And I already knew the only way I could fix that was to get strong enough to take on everyone to do it.
It's simple maths.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, but because Arabelius kept taking my energy when I was in the body, most of the time I didn't even know. I wasn't even aware. When I made my own body, like when we came to create a form of civilization of of beings on the planet, like the Adamic race. Me and my family, my daughters and sons would come here and create a large group of them, and then they, in return do the same, but they would have to do it through bodies. So you start off with two people, but the energy bodies they create to go into the physical bodies, at that point, once it breaks away from them, then, they can't intermingle or anything, but you have enough of them, it doesn't matter. So it's that first time you have to have quite a few. People argue about Newton's law for evolution and Adam and Eve, and people don't understand it's all part of the same process. Different cogs on a wheel.
Yeah.
Edgar Casey's spirit guide, that strong human essence that when Edgar Casey would have a little bit to drink, he'd get into his, mode, just kind of blacks out. The other guy come out, his spirit guide come take over and talk about other things. But he was right about a lot of things. Edgar Casey was a real good guy. And here comes David Cox looking up so much like him, but it was DNA. It had nothing to do with the spirit. He kind of started off okay, but then he was solar plexus, didn't see much, and he just went off the rails right away. I mean, I was listening to him, and I said, what? Yeah, imagine, that's what it is. He'd always say, imagine this or imagine that.
Yes.
Go like this, and I'm like, I'm going to smack that look off your face.
I can't listen to David Wilcock anymore.
I can't hear it. I can't. I like the other guy better that came to me with him from the military.
Corey Good.
Good heart video. Yeah, I cranked him up, and then he started getting stupid. I pulled it right out. Right here. The trade is slowing down, and it's time to get out. And it's wonderful. People had heard so much crap over the internet that I was just so hard to believe. But the more the crank-ups I did helping people, and the more stuff I told them, especially doing personal consults. How do you know that? I said, because I'm looking at it. I don't know what to say. I can do what you can't because I'm better than you? Well, that's a fucking lie. I'm no better than them. It's just what I am. That's why when the Grace-based senator said, I've never heard any of this stuff, but the more I read, the more intrigued I am, and the more sense it makes. I said, well, you won't find it anywhere because it's never been here until I came here. And that's one of the reasons I had to be here.
Yes.
Embody one more time. I had to help people, especially when we start destroying everything. People get all freaked out, then here comes more abuse frequencies building up inside them. They do it to themselves because it's just the process. It's what happens. So, I mean, I can get them out. It's like I did before. I could do the whole planet in a minute or something. Not now, though. I can't do anything but get out of here, and then I can take care of things big time. It's a lot of bodies going to drop dead or burned or whatever. And it's about time. People say, give them another chance. You have to be compassionate. Oh, like they were, all the people and animals that they've butchered. Oh, yeah, let's get more of that. We're going to put them in your house, and you can help them find a better way. Oh!
Exactly. Yeah.
Gee, dearie, changed your mind pretty quick there. Let's see well, we're talking about it. The Antichrists is what they called it, which was stupid.
Hmm.
That was aggressive, original source, negative spirit that they released in the very beginning. Book one, when they started growing making everything, not growing it. They were growing it in size, but abusing it anyway. Um, you had Hitler, you had Manson. Um,
Napoleon.
no, thank you, Napoleon. I'm sorry, man. I'm just going by. And then there's that fourth one that's still out in the Middle East. That fourth one, he gets involved and throws his weight around a little bit, but he's hiding.
Mm-hmm.
He's afraid of what's going to happen, what's about to happen now. To tell you the truth, as far as negative spirit goes, he's not that bad. He's not that overly abusive.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they think, they think about him like maybe he's not the right one. No, he's the right one and everything. He's not that bad. It's like the guy that was a negative source that I met in Starbucks. He was 47% lower frequencies, but he was pure negative force, and he actually negative source from the beginning, and he had original negative source, and he had heart.
Hmm.
And he was a big guy. I'm used to be big, strong, but he was bigger than me.
Well.
It doesn't, to me, that's like good. It's get a workout, who gives a shit? I've never cared about any of that. So anyway, he looked at me, he goes, I know you. And I said, hey, how you doing? I know you, but you don't really know me. I just look familiar. He goes, yeah. I said, well, you and I met a very, very, very long time ago. Because you talking that spiritual crap. I said, yeah. And so I just didn't say anymore, and I was waiting in line for my coffee, to get to the counter to order. He was already sitting down. So then he stood up and he looked at me like he wanted to start a fight or something. And I'm looking right at him, I'm still standing. It's like, it had as much effect on me as someone giving someone else a napkin.
Yeah.
You know. Oh. So anyway, we eventually wound up sitting talking a little bit. Well, I don't believe in any of that stuff, but I think you're all right. And I said, you know what? I know you're all right. Believe it or not, we've been friends for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Then he goes, well, I'll see you later, but I don't see that. I don't believe in any of that. I said, nobody said you had to, and I walked off. But when he got out of his chair, it's like he wanted to confront me. I was in line and just squared off right against him. It's like, let's go, big boy. It's a good day for you. My transmission's broken. I don't have a reverse. I'd go nowhere. He was pushing trying to verbally push people around a little bit.
Yeah.
But after a while, he calmed down. But some of the people, he started yelling at me, and I confronted him. Then some of the people started, I don't think I need to be in line for this coffee. It was kind of funny afterwards. I didn't think about it then. A lot of stuff would come over there. A lot of angels and stuff, ETs pumping in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Again, I was with Chivo and what's her name? Harlequin. Two people we do metaphysical stuff with, and this young lady, I came out the door and I looked right at her and I said, "Okay, you're not normal." And I saw her energy inside. I said, "Okay, she's an angel." So she just got up and then went to work. I was still holding on to the front door, and she came walking up towards me. I held it open for her as if she wanted to go in,
Mm.
and she said, "Don't worry, Father. You'll understand soon. You're just sick right now because I wasn't following the way of the first being."
Okay.
And then by opening the door and holding it, I was blocking it so Chivo and Harlequin couldn't get out. But she walked right by me and turned right into the wall, just feet away from me, and she disappeared. And there weren't a lot of people outside that saw it. When they go to do something like that, they turn everyone around, their attention elsewhere.
Yeah.
That's the way they are. And then Chivo was watching. He goes, and Harlequin goes like this. Harlequin was very sensitive. So I said, "Okay, whatever." And Chivo looks at me. He goes, "Were the first angels?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay." And Harlequin said, "What was that energy? Where'd that girl go?" And there was Haim. Haim was an archangel that come in there. I'd walk into the place. This is stupid. This video is like talking about me, but whatever. Leave people a history of the freak that's turning everything upside down. So anyway, Kate and I were walking into the outside of the Starbucks, and I
Mhm.
saw him stand up and look at me, and I said, "He ain't right either, man. That's nothing but fluffy angel energy in there." And Kate and I went inside to get a coffee, and Kate goes, That's an angel." I said, "Yes, one of the angels." She goes, "He's strong." I said, "Oh, he's an archangel, one of the first." She said, "Okay." So we walked outside, and Chaim stands up at his table, and he goes, "Here he is, the savior!" Blah, blah, screaming, and here's people everywhere, and I'm looking at him like, "Shut up, just shut up, stop." I wasn't rude, but I was like, stop. So we sat down. Angels, when they sit down, they'll have a cigarette in one hand, a cold glass of water, and then a hot cup of coffee because they want to experience all of it. But you'll never, ever see them eat. They don't eat because when they pump their body gone and here and there and gone, if they have food, it'll hit the ground.
Well.
It's too hard to disseminate the food. But
Mm.
water or fluids or smoke, no problem.
Mm.
I've done that to a couple of angels. One time in a road in a Waffle House, I saw him and he glared his eyes at me, and it went from a pink, orange, yellow. I'm sorry, yellow to orangish, and then green eyes, just like searchlight beams. And I said, "Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate you opening the door for me. I'm usually doing it for everyone else. It's nice to, greet people warmly." And
Mm.
he said, "Yeah, it is." And he said something about we appreciate you, whatever. And I said, "Okay." And he sat down, and he was dressed like he didn't have any money, just like me. You know, he said, "About time to change the shirt too. My uniform. I've got 8 of these things."
A good uniform. Yeah.
Yeah, the dragon protected the eggs. Um, so I said, "Look, I could buy you something to eat if you want." "Oh, no, no, I'm fine. I got my ice water, my coffee, and my ice water, coffee, and a cigarette." I said, "Really? I'm willing." I said, "Go ahead and get him a full meal, whatever he wants." And he's like, "No, no, no." He's getting a little annoyed, like, "No, no, no." It's kind of funny.
Was Napoleon and Hitler deleted? Were they deleted?
They died. Oh, their energy? Napoleon's still there. Hitler's gone.
Manson?
Manson's waiting for his end.
Hmm.
Yeah, the others that came out, they're all okay.
Mhm.
I can fix all of them, you know.
Yeah.
But if they're over abusive, then no, the personality is already destroyed and it's abusive, and no,
Hmm.
it's not good for any individual. On the other side, it's not good for the group as a whole.
Exactly.
So, oh, wow. I'm no worse, but man, I feel miserable. Oh, so many things have happened. I didn't wake up till 2009 as far as who I actually am. I've always had power and done things. Got to freak people out. Don't touch that dog, he bites. Well, he seems to like me. I don't know. Sorry. Wow. Part of me that's free range looking at me like waiting for me to stop or not. Like, do I have something else? And honestly, I'm relaxing right now because I'm about to be free of the body of myself. Finish this job I started, so I'm relaxed. But I'm no wussy, but it's not the best feeling in the world.
Hmm.
Also, not used to being so drained. There was something I forgot to finish, and I started saying I can't remember, but all the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos I've made and left. I better go while I can. I hope I did enough right to help people get through what I'm about to do. And the arrogant ones that don't care and think everything's about them, they're about to be God.
Yes.
Either, deleted, destroyed, or just their bodies destroyed and they go home.
Hmm.
It's rough. We've been programmed and groomed to be what we are, to be abusive and everything else. And then, we can be made to do things. And then all of a sudden, that's over. It's like, damn, that's horrible. How did that happen? When you get with Aaron, actually, I'm seeing you talk to his assistant because Aaron has so much going on that,
Mm-hmm.
and you realize that. So you talk to the assistant and say, one of the things I need is a library of Jay's first channel.
Yes.
And then just go ahead and get a library of the second channel.
Mm-hmm.
And then they can take, when you have that at your main office, I think it's on the ship, on Aaron's ship. That it's on the main body of it too. Then they, you could say, "Can you take these two and put them on one drive, whatever?"
Yeah.
But also, I need to do key searches for this word, that word, that word, and you can get all the times I talked about one certain thing or another.
Awesome.
So I'm going to help you straighten stuff out. And the whole time doing this, fighting and killing stuff, being attacked. That's right. It's over. That's what matters. I forgot. I'm just going to sit down and wait to go. What did I say earlier? I'm sitting at the bus stop waiting for the bus to come over and either run me over or let it get me out of here. Then I'm tired of waiting. I'll just walk. Oh, I'm not waiting and walking anymore. We'll enjoy everything that's going to happen, and everything it needs right there. Aaron is one of the coolest guys that's ever existed. He really is. He's wonderful. He's smart, intelligent, very good at what he does. He's exactly the man for this job, and it's a big one.
Hmm.
He's going to go to the other 3 planets,
Mm-hmm.
the problematic ones.
Yep.
The hell is that? This is a ship coming with like a huge missile type thing. I don't understand it. It's an energy weapon that is like they call it a planet shaker.
Sounds scary.
As far as I'm concerned, it's a piece of pound cake coming my way, and I'm hungry. Or some of that chapel pie, cherry and apple pie. Someone's concerned about things starting and getting out of hand. The device they have is actually for me to use, against me if they feel it's necessary. Whatever, who cares? I don't. Everything's going to be fine. I know that, and with Lily's love and calming it, it's such a power.
So these are bad guys, are they?
If he's bad, I'll know it by reading his frequencies. And as soon as I'm free, the field turns into a powerhouse, which it really goes through everything, but it doesn't extend all the way to creation. It's about to.
Yeah.
But it's going to be, I don't know, maybe 8 times as strong. It's going to be crazy. People's abilities are going to start waking up because all of a sudden the energy's there to help them. That, y'all doing soft stones. People really need to get some of that star tonight. Whoa, holy mackerel, don't pick the head up. Holy wow. Yeah, I better go. I'm not doing too good.
Okay, thank you, Jay.
I'll be out of here real soon, and we'll start. It's time to get ready to leave home. Yay!
One more hill to climb, and that's it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's getting settled, but you're getting settled into money and health care and nice homes, multi-million-dollar homes. Everyone's going to have a place to live and food to eat, free. It's all going to be arranged. It's just it'll be destruction. It'll be me. Period. But it's going to be to fix everything. AKA Creation's Purge. You
That's
know?
why something like purge is a better word than destroy, because destroy has too many negative connotations,
Yeah,
whereas purge is a kind of healing,
cleansing. Yeah,
cleansing. Yeah, yeah,
and that's what it is. But a lot's in order to do that. There's
yeah, yeah.
they head thee down the destruction, man. All right, man. Take care. Okay, you'll have fun. Everything will be fine. I'll make it work. Whatever needs to be done, I'll be there doing it before it becomes a problem. All right, big guy. Have a good one.
Okay, thank you. Good night.
Okay, goodbye.